everybody, we're back. It's Charlie, and we're doing the Temple 420 Bible study and Torah tour, where we have learned from the Old Testament that Jesus follows all of the commands of his Father, and he comes from the line of King David. So that's why we're going to be in Psalm 35 today, as we walk in the evening twilight hours, carrying our golden torch full of incense and praising Hashem along the path. Alright, so we're going to pick it up in Psalm 35. It's kind of a long one. I'm kind of reading through it. Definitely want you guys to be aware. By the way, thanks for coming into the cafe tonight. And the righteous and the not so righteous. The right and the wrong. It's really good and bad, right and wrong, light and dark. It's Jacob and Esau, Cain and Abel. Abel was the correct offering. Cain should have brought Cain. Okay, here we go. Of David. Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. If you're going to pick somebody to be your protection, I would pick Hashem. Take up the shield and armor. Arise and come to my aid. Brandish spear and javelin against those who pursue me. Say to me, I am your salvation. May those who seek my life be disgraced and put to their shame. May those who plot my ruin be turned back in dismay. May they all be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of the Lord driving them away. May their path be dark and despair, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. Since they hid their net for me without cause, and without cause dug a pit for me. May ruin overtake them by surprise. May the net they hide entangle them. May they fall into the pit of their ruin. Then my soul will rejoice in the Lord and delight in his salvation. My whole being will exclaim, who is like you, Hashem? You rescue the poor from those too strong from them, the poor and needy from those who rob them. Ruthless witnesses come forward. They question me on things I know nothing about. They repay me evil for good and leave me like one bereaved. Yet, when they were ill, I put on sackcloth and humbled myself with fasting. When my prayers returned to me unanswered, I went about mourning as though for my friend or brother or father or mother or king or your God. I bowed my head in grief as though weeping for my mother. But when I stumbled, they gathered in glee. Assailants gathered against me without my knowledge. They slandered me without ceasing. They gnashed their teeth at me. How long, Lord, will you look on? Rescue me from their ravages, my precious life. from these lions. I then will give you thanks in the great assembly. Among the throngs I will praise you. Do not let those gloat over me who are my enemies without cause. Do not let those who hate me without reason maliciously wink their eye. They do not speak peaceably, but devise false accusations against those who live quietly in the land. They sneer at me and say, "Aha! Aha! With our own eyes we have seen it." Lord, you have seen this. Do not be silent. Do not be far from me. Awake and rise to my defense. Contend for me, my God, Hashem. Vindicate me in your righteousness, Lord, my God. Do not let them gloat over me. Do not let them think, "Aha, just what we wanted," or say, "We have swallowed him up." May all who gloat over me and my distress be put to shame and confusion. May all who exalt themselves over me be clothed with shame and disgrace. May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, "The Lord be exalted, who delights in the well-being of his servant." My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praises all day. My tongue will proclaim your cannabis, your praise and your aroma all day. So what was my favorite part of this video real quick? Just the fact that King David wrote this 1000 BC and he picked God to defend him. And I picked God 3,000 years later in 2017. And today in 2020, hindsight, perfect vision for the present tense. And in this tent of meeting, in the great assembly above with a cloud of witnesses, I grab my torch and I add fragrant incense, and I have stopped the plague because I swallowed up death and swallowed my pride. And that is the toughest pill to swallow. But you know what they say? A bowl full of sugar makes the medicine go down. Pure cane sugar, CNH, de Cana, a land flowing with milk and honey. So Baruch Hashem for Cana Bosom.